Let's see who gets here first. This is where I wear a hat, guys, because it's not because I'm bald. Well, partially because I'm bald. It keeps me from sunburning the top of my head, but my hair is just fucking unruly. There we go. Let's see who shows up first for the Friday Quarantine Chronicles. I've been having a hard time with YouTube again. Hang on a second. Give me a second, guys. I have to, that's what I had to do. Turn off Wi-Fi. There we go. Mr. Russell, how are you? What's everyone doing? Beard oil on my hands. Like you're going to the post office? I'm sure not going to the post office. My, but that's loud. There's a bit of energy in that. Don't worry, I'll still be having coffee later. I didn't sleep for shit last night. Working from home. This virus is seriously just an attempt to take Trump down. We're not going to do that. I've told you before, we're not going to get into political stuff. That is not at all what I want to do. Especially now that I have memberships set up. So we can just, not that I don't like you, we're just going to go ahead and we'll remove that. There we go. I don't want anything to fuck with the channel right now, especially right now. Not just because of the membership stuff, just because it's the only thing I have right now. Three of us here. Who else here? So I know that Jeremy's here. I know that Anthony's here. Who else? Okay, I'm not even gonna try that. 143JEG, what's your actual name? Gotta know. Well, I've heard it from different people about, we will talk about the virus for a moment. I've heard it from different people. Some people are saying, oh, it's not that bad, it's not this, but I do have friends. I have a couple friends that actually are in, all right, James, the medical, you know, I have a friend that's a doctor. I have several friends that are nurses. And what they're telling me is that like, they can say it's not that bad all they want, but it's bad. Like it's not, it might not be the world ending pandemic that everybody's playing it, a lot of people are playing it out to be, but they're, you know, my friends are telling me that they're seeing like, when it is bad, they're like, yeah, I mean, there's a good chunk of the population it's really not affecting, but it's, when it is bad, it's fucking bad. And it's bad for a lot of people. And then there's, apparently, they're doing research, there's some long-term effects and some other things like the Chinese doctors that wound up with liver damage from having COVID. I would say that might be the Chinese medicine that had fucking impurities and shit in it. It's gonna get hot today. I can tell already, the house is already creaking. I have my own, the doctor told me that I am lucky I have basically my own ventilator. I forgot about it. My CPAP is not just a regular CPAP, it's a ventilator as well. Because my brain stopped sending the signal to breathe. I gotta turn the light on, guys. It's dark in here. Made way darker in here than it looks on camera. And that did absolutely nothing. I would go get my ring light. Oh wow, that's filthy. That's filthy. It's horrible. I'd go get my ring light, but it's a pain in the ass setup because it has its own tripod and everything, and I don't want to hold it out here like this. I'm being dumb. I need to put this in a glass. being a dummy. Hopefully I... Put the other half of this off to the side. There we go. That's not a good color. I did not feel like having coffee this morning. Sometimes I wake up, my stomach feels bad, and I'm like, I know that coffee's just gonna tear my stomach up. Hey, Publishers Clearinghouse, did I win? But I already sent you my entry. There was something that I got up this morning thinking I definitely need to do that today. And I absolutely can't remember what it was. I fixed the toilet paper roll downstairs. You remember yesterday, if you watched me on Instagram, I was doing some home repair. I fixed a towel rack, or a towel rod, towel rack in the upstairs bathroom. And then I said I had to fix the downstairs toilet paper roll because it was doing the same thing. I had a sneaking suspicion that somebody put their hand on it to try and get up and used it like to try and lean on it to get up, and it did not pan out. But what you can do is like the upstairs curtain rod or towel rack was mine. I got out of the shower and I slipped and I grabbed it a little bit and I yanked the top drywall anchor out and just tore, like wrecked the hole, made the hole like all big and oblong. So the towel rack was just barely hanging on. So just took some Elmer's glue. Hey, I just took some Elmer's glue and a whole handful of toothpicks, and I just jammed the hole with a bunch of toothpicks and then held them in place and screwed the drywall anchor back into the hole, and then just clipped off the ends of the toothpicks. And so the glue held them all in place, and then I did the same thing downstairs. So it's really not a hard fix. Just put a couple toothpicks around the hole if your drywall anchor's coming out. Like pull the drywall anchor out, put the toothpicks in, and then hold them, put some glue on it, and then just screw. Yeah. Elmer's glue is great for stuff like that. It's one of the best, they make some of the best wood glue. And it's not that different than the school glue that you get. It really isn't. That fucking Elmer's glue, the glue wall, that stuff's great. That stuff's great. You can use it for bonding wood. You can use it for bonding paper. It's not great with plastics and metals, but like if you've got porous materials you're gluing together, it's the way to go. So I've done little drywall hole fixes like Elmer's glue. It's the name of the brand, Elmer's glue. Elmers. I know it's backwards. And then you have the clear glue. This does not work as well. Let me close this door. I wonder. My wife didn't come to bed till like, no. I grabbed a couple things. My wife didn't come to bed till like fucking 5 in the fucking morning. I want to go grab a couple things. Morning, Nathan. I wanted to go grab a couple things, but I will tell you that this fucking quarantine has fucked with our sleep schedules. Because the thing is, with us being stuck in a house like this, I'm the only one that's going anywhere. My wife, I don't think she made a list yet. I'm supposed to go to Costco today and get some stuff that we absolutely need. And so I'm just waiting for the kid to get up so I can take the dog out, and then I gotta go shopping. I just don't see the list. So I don't even know if she made the list. No, I didn't, but I usually get my ammo through different sources. I know that they probably made it illegal. They probably made purchasing ammo illegal online, which wouldn't surprise me. I think they did that a while ago, actually. Dude, here not long ago, I had a guy offer me, he wanted to buy this. And I was like, dude, I can't sell that. It was a gift, first of all. And he's like, yeah, well, come on, man. I gotta have that knife. I gotta have that knife. And I was like, no, no, you don't. Man, I'll give you $850 for it. I was like, get the fuck out of here. 850 for this? It's Freedom Week all over. Well, I may have to. I'm almost out of 45 ammo. Guys, sorry. I posted on a forum a picture, and I had sent it to David Horstman as well. I did sous vide yesterday, sous vide steaks. Nice. I have to get some 45 ammo. I don't have as much as I want. I never have as much ammo as I want. I've got fucking... Okay, I'm ordering ammo. I am ordering ammo. This puppy needs food because this is the one this is the big dog that's getting fed at the house. Because why do I carry a 45? Because they don't make a 46. 9mm for those who sit to pee. And I choose to only shoot once. That's why I carry a 45. Oh, anyway. Sorry about my tirade. I'm not a big fan of 9mm. Fuck was I talking about? Oh, our sleep schedule. So I have $850. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. $850 for this. First of all, I wouldn't sell this. This was a gift. And second of all, $850. There's only 2-3 of these total in the world that have this carving done on it. One's mine, one's Dwayne Smotherman's, and there's, I think Luke Albert might have one. Nico has one with a copper inlay. I can wait. I've got ammo. I've got a lot of ammo for 40. Because until here recently, I didn't have any of my 45s here, so I didn't have any 45 ammo. I didn't see a need for it. This came back with my mother. So did my other 45. I had my 45 here. But, oh, excuse me. Guys, I'm going to tell you what. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot with this. I watched, now, I'll tell you, I did block Super Steel Steve on Instagram. And I watched his video about why not to buy Chinese. And I agree with a lot of what he had to say, which is out of character. But there's some caveats to what he had to say. So if you guys follow Super Steel Steve, I know he did a big thing. But then he starts mentioning me in the comments about how I blocked him. And that I think that Chinese manufacturing is the best thing going. I do think that Chinese manufacturing is the best thing going when you look at price and quality. My whole thing's always been about the quality. And he kind of explains on, and he's not wrong about a lot of the things that he says. But where I disagree is that if you make a knife in China, that company makes it for you and then you sell it to the US market through vendors or through your own business and things like that, then yes, I agree that you are giving all that money to the Chinese government and you're not helping your local economy. But I designed a knife, I had it made, and I had it marketed and sold through vendors. We did not sell my knife. Vendors sold my knife. American vendors. Blade HQ, Knife Center. DLT had some. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Those companies then turned around and made commerce on that item. Did I use Chinese manufacturing? Yes. But I definitely was supporting American businesses. So I agree with a lot of what he had to say. The sentiment of it, yes, it does affect our economy. But if I was making knives that you could only buy on Wii's website, I would say that that would be a completely different animal, and I would 100% agree. Any company like that that sells their knives directly from China, I would not really support. If there was no tie-in with the American economy through vendors, through websites, through small businesses, and things like that, I would say that I would 100% agree with him. But I agree with a lot of what he had to say, the sentiment of it. I have the same thing. I was in the military for my entire adult life. I want to support the U.S. economy. Unfortunately, in my opinion, American manufacturing's quality is not there yet. And the price that I have to pay for it makes it, at this point, makes it the fact that I had to use Chinese manufacturing as a necessary evil. You see what I'm saying? Like, he talks about his cell phone being made in China. Well, yeah. Hey, Jack. Hey, were you able to figure out the membership thing? I think you have to do it from a computer. Oh, so just to shout it out, Metalman Sean is my newest member, paying member on the channel. He is now going to get early access to videos. So I need to set that up because I need to change. I haven't gotten around to that. Don't get me wrong, I haven't gotten around to checking yet to see even. I know that Sean signed up yesterday. But that's just my take on it. I don't dislike, yes, almost everyone I've ever bought that recently. This was my first introduction into Wee knives. I did not buy this knife. If you guys know, knifecenter.com has a points system. And so I had been buying stuff because I have, I had bought so much stuff at one point that they asked me if I wanted to sign up for dealer discounts. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll sign up as a dealer discount. And so I bought a lot of stuff for my military guys. So I got military and dealer discounts on stuff. And they had those points, and a lot of the items wound up being double point items. And so I had enough points that one time while we were in Japan, I fucking ordered this from Japan to have it here at the house when I showed back up from visiting my in-laws. So I bought this knife, and I was blown away for the price this was and the quality I got. And I already had a React, so I knew the quality there. And so that was what swayed my decision. The only reason that I did not have my knives made in America was, at the time, there were no US manufacturers that were willing to do what I wanted to do, and not try to rape me and steal my wallet. I talked to a couple companies, just so you guys know, let me just get to the backstory on this. I went to a lot of US manufacturers and I kept getting the same thing. Well, we have to charge you for prototyping and this and that. And I was like, I'm not wanting OEM. I want you to make this design and sell it. And there's no need for prototyping. I already have a working, made version of this knife that we've put into a CAD file that all you have to do is just put in, and with very little engineering, can basically throw it in the machine and go with it. And it was so hard to swallow the fact, like, doesn't matter, we're still gonna have to charge you this. Like, they wanted to charge me like $2,600 for prototyping and all that shit. And I was like, that's probably what I'd make on the run. Like, I won't even make that much. Like, if I had and like $20,000, I could have done a small OEM run, but then I'd have been stuck marketing it myself, and I didn't want that. And yet these companies, these American companies, wanted to charge me up front to license something, which would have been almost, like, if you look at what I made on the Stonefish, I would have lost half of my money trying to do it US made. I would have lost half. And the flip side of that too was, the companies that I could go to do it here, US manufacturing, their quality just sucked. Like, I know a lot of guys love Millet, but I've never seen a Millet knife that was, and I even talked to Millet about making it, and I was like, I've never seen a Millet knife that was decent. They've all been problems. They're like Benchmade. If you mess with the pivot, like you breathe, like you're trying to tighten it and it's too loose and you got blade play. You go, oh, if you breathe on it, it's fucking tight. I can't do anything with it. I'm like, that, and always off center, bad grinds. I'm like, why would I want that? I'm wanting my product to be as close to perfect. And so that was the reasoning, guys. It's not that I don't want to support American companies. I do still think that American manufacturing needs to take a good, close, hard look at the American economy in general. Needs to take a good, hard look at what they're charging for what they're doing and what we're paying people. Look here, the only time I've ever gotten a pay raise was based on performance. Never got a pay, like performance in the military, even in the military, based on performance, your evaluation, what people think of you. And then then you have to sit down and do a test of your knowledge. So you get points for your performance, your evaluations, you get points for awards you've earned, you get points for like certain things you do, and you get points, you get P&A points, past not advanced points. How many points did I earn across the time? Like I scored high enough on the test, but I still didn't advance. That's the only way I ever got a pay raise. But there's people that are like, oh, you got to pay me. No, you've got to work. You want more money, you got to earn it. And you got to remember, like, everybody talks about this minimum wage increase. Yes, I do know that. And that's something I've been keeping under my hat because I've been talking about doing something with someone with Medford knives. It's still we're still just thinking about it. But hey, dog. Good morning, dog. But no, because I haven't done business this year. I'm dissolving my LLC. I have not done business yet. I have done you have to show income, and I have had no income through the business. Like 450, 400, 500 bucks, that's it. I don't qualify. You get these grants, but you have to show that you're, hey, I'm still doing business. So the fact is, like, when you go to a shop, okay, I want you guys to think about this. This is my only thing I'm going to say about the minimum wage and why it's fucked up. So I've been working at a shop for 10, 12 years. I've got to the point where I'm making like $24, $25 an hour, right? You bring a kid in and you start paying him $15, $16 an hour. And then that diminishes oh, we have to give the new guys. Now the government says that all these guys that come in and just kind of like fuck off all day and just sit and don't do anything, and they do the bare minimum, we have to raise their income because the government said so. How does that make that guy that busts his dick every day feel when you're giving people that aren't performing? And the only reason they haven't got pay raises is because they aren't performing and they stay at the minimum. How does that make that guy feel that the company thinks about him, or the government? He's not going to think about the fact that the government is mandating it. He's going to think about the fact, fuck these guys. I've been here for 10 years. I make good money and I work my dick off, and they're giving this guy a pay raise just because he's here? Just because he wakes up and he breathes? That's going to cause some hate. That's going to cause some hate in the workplace. I'm telling you right now. It would with me. I would be pissed. I would be so pissed. Like, oh, that guy got promoted. Why? Nah, because he wakes up. I saved the company $15,000, and I fucking clean up all my machinery so that the guys at night don't have to. I make sure I do my job, all that stuff. That doesn't come into play. He doesn't get pay raise. Government didn't mandate that when you give these guys a pay raise, you also have to give these guys a pay raise. If anything, the company now has to pay this piece of shit that doesn't do anything and hasn't proved himself. They have to pay him more, which means that these guys may not be able to get a pay raise. Like that money that we were gonna pay the guys, the performers, no, we threw it into these fucking pieces of shit. And I'm not saying everybody that is at the bottom line is a piece of shit, but until you prove yourself, it's like playing team sports. You don't just walk on in the starting rotation, motherfucker. No, you got to earn that. Right? Freshman rookie bitch, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Fucking get that goddamn hat out. You're my fucking tackling dummy today. You ain't earned. Teammate. You're not a teammate yet. This new kid that's probably gonna fucking wash out and fucking get cut. Same thing. Can you imagine how pissed? Oh, I can't imagine how pissed I would be if I saw people getting pay raises for no other reason than just because they're there. And the boss is like, hey man, sorry about that annual bonus. We can't do it this year. Christmas bonuses got canceled. We had to kick that money into the fucking new guys. All the fucking baseline guys. And they might be great fucking workers. But if you haven't worked your way up to that, what makes you think you fucking earn anything? I saw a post where a guy was talking about it. He's like, oh, you're bitching about working at McDonald's? Motherfucker, I wake up, my dick is harder than your job. And I was like, oh, he was talking about people bitching about, I don't get paid enough to work at McDonald's. This is crazy. And he's like, motherfucker, you want a pay raise for working at McDonald's? I wake up, my dick is harder than your job. And I was like, oh, shots fired. I don't know. I guess I just look at it a little bit different. I grew up on a farm. Like, I didn't even get paid. I worked on a farm for years. It was basically forced slave labor. I was like, you ate, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, you want me to start paying you so you can pay for food? I was like, no, I'm good. That's what my grandfather said. How come I don't get paid to work on a farm? You ate, right? You slept in a bed last night, right? You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay to come in the house. You don't pay your grandmother to do your laundry. I was like, okay, I got your point. Got your point, Grandpa. I get it. So this isn't gonna be very long. My daughter's up. I gotta take the dog out, and then I have to go to fucking Costco. That means I gotta put on my mask and shit. I just got that mask fucks my beard up. It tangles it all. I'm not like, it's not like you could really fuck this up like visually to look at it. But I will say the beard, my mask sits and then it tangles my fucking beard up because I'm wearing my respirator. God damn it. Not at all what I wanted to do today, but I'm gonna go because my wife asked me to. Dude, and I got news for you. When you're combing out your beard, if you got a bunch of tangles and rat's nest, like mine is, for some reason, mine is always right here on this side. This side is always tangled up. Right here on my right side, down in this corner, and I can comb it all out. And you're like, oh, god damn, what the fuck? I got a goat fuck in my beard. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Probably Saturday. I have a video that's going up Saturday. I had to do a couple things. The rotation of what was going to come out yesterday got mixed up. I have an issue with one of the videos that I've got to fix. So, I put up the Ed Cope video, and I'm gonna go back, and the Farm Forge exec video will probably go up tomorrow at noon. That's my plan. And then I've got a couple things I want to shoot, but I just haven't done it yet. I've got a couple things David over at Blade Bander sent me from QSP. I have a couple of QSP penguins, I think. Nice little folding knife flipper. He had somebody send them over to me for the channel. I have a mixed strider that's in for sharpening. That's probably gonna not happen today because, guys, it's already like fucking 80 something degrees, I think. I guess it's not. It's only 70 degrees. But that might not be accurate because it's an airplane mode. So there's a good chance that I'm not going to film that or sharpen that today. I'll probably sharpen it tomorrow. And then, like I said, the flip side of that too is if it doesn't have a prepaid shipping label, I'm not planning on going to the post office, guys. The post office where I live is in a really bad area. It's really dirty, it's run down, and it's always just full of homeless. I'm not gonna lie, it's just fucking the whole outside of it. There's always just homeless people hanging out inside the lobby, and I don't feel comfortable going there right now until a lot of this fucking, I'm on 100% disability right now until all this fucking ends. So that's right, I gotta call the boss today and let him know that I'm not coming back to work for a while. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, if you got knives here at my house and you didn't put a prepaid shipping label in it, there's a good chance it's just gonna stay here for a while. I gotta talk to David Horstman about, he's got a knife here that he wants me to send off to the guy and get the sheath redone, because when you put that knife in the sheath, after I sharpened it, I noticed that part of the reason, part of the problem he was having keeping it sharp was it was hitting the barrels that hold the sheath together, and so it's dragging up and down on that brass grommet as it goes through. So that's not happening right now. For two reasons. I don't want to drag that shit back home. Like, I don't like the idea of going to Costco, but Costco is a much cleaner place, and they're being real good about the social distancing and how everything is done. So I am going to go brave the wilds and go out there, and I may put up a link to, I'm planning on trying to get the guys that I hang out with, Matt and Nico and everybody, together for a Netflix party, but I don't know why it didn't work last time. So I was gonna say we might try to do a Netflix party today at like 7 p.m. Pacific, and I might put the link up on my Instagram, or not my Instagram, but in the community tab for the channel. But you'd have to go there at like 7 and then like log into it, and then I'm gonna start the movie like 7:05, something like that. And so I just don't know yet. So I want to see if it works first. I want to see if it works for me, Nico, Matt, Elliot, and those guys. If it does, I may do on Saturday and put it up. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Just keep an eye on the communities tab. Like I said, that communities tab on my actual channel, that's where you're gonna find all those announcements and stuff. So my daughter's getting ready to go for a run. I don't think I need much stuff from Costco. That's the only saving grace. I've been carrying this a lot. My daughter's getting ready to go for a run. I had to take the dog out. So yeah, I'll keep going for a few more minutes just to see. When my daughter gets ready to walk out the door, I'll end this. But yeah, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes on that communities tab. There'll be content. Like, I'm gonna link some. I'm not gonna leave quite yet. My daughter's still getting ready. I'm gonna go out, take the dog out when she goes for her run. But no, keep your eyes on that community tab. The community tab, I'm gonna put up content. I'm gonna link some videos from other channels as well, not just my channel. I'm not just gonna put up links to stuff that I'm doing. David has some really cool hunting videos. Well, I think those are Instagram, but he's got some stuff that he does on his channel. The Blade Banner stuff, I might put up a link to David's channel. I definitely am going to put a link up, in case any of you guys haven't seen it, to the Outer Limitless's video that he did on the stonefish. So all that stuff's going to be in the communities tab, and if you are a paying member, that's where you're going to get your, like, that's where you're going to pick up your exclusive content, where you can actually watch. Like, that's where that's at, because I can send stuff directly to members, but you still have to check the communities tab. And I'm gonna send them some feedback. I'm gonna send them an email feedback, because it seemed to work last time. Now I have memberships. What I was gonna send them was, they need to set it up so that notification goes directly to the person. Like, when I post something that's members only, if you're a member, you should have put in, there should have been some contact info or something that you put in. There needs to be some way for them to notify, besides just, like, I don't want the members, the paying members, to have to go to the communities tab to get their exclusive content, because they'll miss out on what they're paying for. You know, like, I shot the videos that you guys watched, the video you guys watched yesterday, I shot way earlier in the week, and the one you're gonna watch tomorrow, I shot the same day, like Tuesday, I wanna say. I shot it like Monday, Tuesday. And so that's, you know, that's one of those things that I was like, if I make that video public, then those people aren't, you know, they're not taking advantage of it if they didn't get to see it just because they didn't go to the communities tab. I would like to see it so that when I post something up for members only, that they get it directly sent to them. But we all know how fucking YouTube's notifications are. All right, be careful. Take a mask or something. Okay, then you stay away from everybody. Your face looks swollen today. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's because I didn't get good sleep. It's because Kaya kept attacking me.
Well, maybe you should leave her down here with Mama. No, you're not taking that blanket as a mask. Get that off your head.
Look at me, I'm protected. What is the mask in quarantine?
What was that? David, what'd you miss? Nothing. I was just randomly talking.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, take it off. Take it off and go run. Hurry up. I gotta ask Mama if that's all the stuff she wants from Costco on the list. So, all right, enjoy your run. Have fun. Be careful. She goes on like about a 2-mile run every day. Close the door so she doesn't go out because she'll follow you. Isabel, close the door. She doesn't listen to me. She's wearing her headphones talking to her friends. Thank you. So yeah, guys, that's probably the end of it today. I might film some of my Costco adventure, but right now I don't want to. And I got a check engine light that came on in the fucking Volkswagen. I drove to base the other day. Did I drive to base? No, I drove somewhere else. Got a content idea. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to check them. I want to check anything out. Like, that's my biggest quandary. Like, Ashton and I talked about it. Like, he's like, oh, you should do this, you should do this, you should go through a company catalog. And it's just not something I'm interested in because I'd much rather have a knife in hand before I disparage it. Like, okay, case in point. The Benchmade Freak. Just based on the fact it's a Benchmade, if I had never handled one, I would immediately say, no, it's Benchmade. No, look at it, I don't want it. But I have handled those and they are well done. Those are probably the Benchmade Freak. The two or three that I've handled have been great. Comparatively for Benchmade, that's a huge thing for me to say. The Benchmade Fact, the pointy, skinny one that I did a video on, that was well done, and their heat treat on their steel was good. But had I not handled those knives, I wouldn't be able to say that. And so for me to go through a catalog, it's going to be just negative Nancy the whole way. Even for companies I like you see something, you're like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And I don't think that would be a fair representation. I don't like doing that on a channel. That's why you 100% only see knives that come in. Because on paper, had I looked at this and the price tag, and knowing it's a Chinese-made knife, and it was that, still even then, I had my re-at, but it was still kind of hit and miss with some of the Chinese knives that were coming out. Had I not gotten it with points and then got it in hand, I guarantee I would have given this a bad review. I would have looked at it and said, man, that looks, because it does, it has a lot of weirdness to it. It has a lot of weirdness to it. And so I was like, it would not have gotten the review it got if I had not gotten it in hand. So, I mean, basically Spyderco, I can go through their whole catalog and say I'm not gonna like any of these because the only Spyderco I've ever liked has been the Endura. I do like the compression lock, but not the knives. Like, I don't like the Para 2. I definitely don't like the Para 3. The paramilitary, it's okay, but it's still not like the handle. I don't like the handle shape. My big thing with the Para 3 is huge handle, tiny little blade. It's like making a kitchen knife with a big handle and an X-Acto knife. Oh, I don't have any coffee. I'm out of Phil's coffee completely. So I'm actually not drinking coffee today. My stomach's been bothering me. So, you know, I agree. I told him I thought that would be some content that would be okay, but I think it would be better served on the podcast if I can get around to doing a podcast. I think that would be better served on a podcast because we can sit and he can say, hey, look at this knife. What do you think of that design? And I can look at it and go, oh, I'm not gonna like that. And he can be this because he likes Spydercos, he likes the Parrot. He'll be like, yeah, but this, and bouncing those. That would be something we could do on the podcast. But as far as like an in-hand review on this channel, no. It won't happen until I get one in. And so that's why I don't really follow, for two reasons, guys. I don't follow the knife community or knife industry as closely as you would think for two reasons. One, I can't give it a good, honest opinion without having seen it in hand. And two, I'll see something and want to fucking buy it. That's the big problem. And then I'm out $300. Like, I'll fucking dump $300. I am thinking, though, about, there's two knives that I was thinking about. I should just buy one. One is the Waypoint, because I really do like that knife. And then I would just figure out a way to carry it without the pocket clip. I'm not kidding. That pocket clip is, if they had, like this, that I dig. I dig the little ramp, and this is fairly deep. It's not quite as deep, but things like that. Just those little thoughts, like, let's taper our pocket clip down a little bit so it's not got a fucking an end that digs into your hand. But yeah, Spyderco is not my favorite. Just generally too expensive for what you get. I'm not gonna lie. If I had it, I would not have paid what they want for that VG10, or not VG10, that ZDP 189 Endura. I would not have at all. I gotta go ask my wife a question, because I gotta get that stuff going here soon. Hang on a second, let's go in here. I stopped using my Wi-Fi for live feeds. Hey, beautiful. I got a question. Is that all the stuff you need from Costco? Or did you start it and not finish it? Because I want to go soon. I don't want to wait all day. That's it? So that's all the stuff? It's not that much, but I mean, it's stuff I can't get anywhere else. I just bought a whole 5-pound bag of chicken breasts. No, I'm not buying anymore. I'm not buying, we don't need it. We've got half of that bag from Costco, and then the 5-pound bag of chicken breasts I bought the other day, plus probably 4 pounds of wings. I know, but we don't need it yet. I don't want to start buying a bunch of stuff that's going to sit. Okay. Sorry. Pardon the interruption, guys. I will. You want me to see if they have it? You want me to get some if they have it? I'll write it. No, not at our house. It's not a lot. Nico's here. Nico's here. Well, I might stick around for a little bit. There's like 6 people here. This is not like that live feed I did the other day where I had like 30 fucking people. So I've done it again. I'm gonna have to clean up the whole counter. Best knife, you trimming cutlets? I don't usually do chicken cutlets. I do pork cutlets. I get a pork loin and I cut them thin, and then my wife pounds them out flat, and then we bread them and fry them, Japanese style. I wouldn't, for what these cost, I would not have bought one. Talking about Spyderco again. I love the Endura series, but for what they're charging for a ZDP 189 Spyderco Endura, it's just not there. FRN handles, that's my biggest thing. Like the price they charge for a knife with FRN handles. I do like the fact it's thin and light. But what I don't like is it's really butt heavy. That's the one thing I don't like about the FRNs, is there's a lot of weight to the rear. So, I mean, is it a great knife? Yes, it's a great knife. Is the steel? Yeah, I'm torn on the steel. That's why I haven't done the video about the ZDP 189 yet. I like the Endura style. Like this is let's go into my pocket right now because I'm going shopping. That's my left hand. That's the retard hand knife. That's the hand that doesn't know what it's doing knife, because you don't need any real agility to use this knife. I will say, one of the things that Spyderco has done and continues to do well, the company and the owners, one of the things that they do well and have always done well and continue to, and we're one of the first people that thought of this. The Spyderco Enduras and FRN have a 4-point mounting for that pocket clip. You can carry it tip down, tip up, left hand, right hand. You can switch it like this one. This one is a left-hand carry. That's a matriarch too. Two reasons. I don't dislike the civilian. Let me make that clear. I don't dislike the civilian. But for what you pay, I'm not getting much less in this. And I like the handle on the matriarch 2 better. It's more of something that I'm accustomed to. So if you look, they're exactly the same. They're exactly the same, except for the blade. That's one of the things. However, there's a lot of other fucking companies that are doing that too. Lots. But for our trip today, this is gonna be in my, what's in it? Nope, Master Blaster's in there already. God, I love this knife. Yeah, guy offered me $850 for this. $850. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. We're not gonna talk about who it is, Nico. We're not gonna say it. I don't wanna talk about another. I mean, I know you know who it is. I talked about it yesterday. And this is still by far one of the smoothest knives I own. And the only reason that didn't drop all the way is because I had my finger, I was putting pressure on the lock bar. I mean, it just is slam shut. Yeah, for this one. So I have to sharpen this. I actually haven't, you know how much this gets used. It has it's got a couple of chips in her. Let's see, can I do it? It's not optimal, but let's just give it a quick touch on the ceramic rod. Did that? No. I was afraid of that. A couple late touches on a ceramic rod was not enough for the 20 CV that is in this knife. It's definitely sharper. That's what I was saying. I know what one I'm carrying today. So, what I was saying, time for a refinish? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna let this, I mean, she's starting to get pretty like worn on the ceramic. And if you were here, you could see that there's lines in it real clear. This is a Warney, it's not a sheep's foot. Okay, so Warneys and sheep's foot are real similar. What you get with a Wharncliffe is a much more pronounced tip. Sheep's foot have a tendency to come out and then drop rounded over. They're more, you use them on ships, maritime knives a lot because they're not as pointy. And they come in handy on a ship because a lot of times you're trying to cut stuff and you don't want to cut what's underneath. And so you can get up underneath it and pop through. And then that nice straight edge gives you a lot of just continual cutting. So sheep's foot is real popular with sailors and guys that work on ships and things like that. This is technically a Wharncliffe because it comes down to a much more pronounced tip. Stop making me think so hard this early in the morning. I haven't completely caffeinated yet. So I'll tell you what, we'll take this another 10 minutes and then I'll get off of here. So yeah, Nico, you missed, I was talking about like, I don't 100% disagree with some of the stuff that Super Steel Steve said in his video. If you want to go back and watch it a little bit. And then, hey, have you thought about anything that you would like to put up? Have you been like getting some clips here and there? I just didn't know if you were like thinking about like shooting some stuff or you spraying or anything. So, not yet. Okay, I mean, it's not a rush, just think of it. Guys, you know what really makes this knife Let's turn this around. The fact that if you look, everything on this has been textured in some fashion. Even the barrel spacers. Are carved. There's not a spot on this knife, on the titanium, that has not been carved. Nico and Matt bought for this. That's the other reason it wasn't going to get sold. What are you talking about, Joe Malone? I'm lost at the moment. The street for my donation. Okay, Joe, let me. Oh, was there no sound? Okay, I gotta get. So, Joe, I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. I'm not 100% sure what our dialogue is about, Joe. Please come back to me. What was this? I was thinking about what I want to shoot yesterday. Let's see. And you're back. Was I supposed to contact you? The receipt for my donation said I should. I have no idea what we're talking about. Are you talking about membership? Joe. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure something out because I don't know exactly what Joe Malone is talking about. I wore my CPAP. I had my CPAP on all night. I didn't take it off. Joe, where are you? I need to know. I don't know what's going on. Seriously guys, I don't know what's going on. Ow. I'm gonna stick around for a second. Donation said that contact. Receipt for my donation said to contact you about the giveaway. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what giveaway we're talking about. I had a giveaway that was super chat receipt. I'm not doing a giveaway for super chats. You did that on a giveaway video when we were talking about it. I don't have anything set up that there's giveaways for super chat. Yeah, because I don't understand what they're saying. You and Jack did a super chat donation during a video where I was talking about the giveaway. That was that long live feed, like, let's talk about the giveaway. And you guys, like, you jumped in, then Jack jumped in, and Jack jumped in. Yeah, send me a pic. Just send me a picture. You got my email, so just send me a pic, because I'm confused as to what YouTube is talking about. Because I wasn't doing giveaway for super chat stuff. And I don't have enough members yet to make it fair to do a giveaway. I am going to do a giveaway, though, again soon. Those other items are going to go back up, and there's still going to be caveats for them, but I'm just going to do a general giveaway. I'm going to post up pictures with a poll as to which knife you guys want as a giveaway. The 511 in a steel that's marked as China, 2011 authentic 511 tactical, or this M&P. I have no idea what this. I have no idea what the steel is on this. It's really uncomfortable. It looks cool. It really does look cool. Looks futuristic. Not real comfortable. But yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, send me a picture. Send me a picture of that, and I'll let you know what it is that they're talking about. I would imagine it's just that they're talking about the video that we were chatting in. 511. I have actually bought, so I was gonna say, my work pants are 511s. They are great. Really comfortable. That are the summer ripstop ones. So I'm gonna buy another pair, but they are expensive. There was a company for a while that would, if you sent them your 511s, they would send you a replacement pair of their pants for free. Okay, so the caveat was, because I had them and I can't remember the name of the company. So if you had 511 pants, it didn't matter if they were old, torn, ripped, it did not matter. If you purchased a pair and then sent them a pair of 511s, they would send you they would send you a free pair for your shitties, but you had to buy one pair. So you get one pair that you paid for and then one pair in exchange for your 511s. So basically they were like, dude, we are willing to put 511 out of business, and I don't think it ever worked for them. But they were great pants. I still have a gray pair of them. They look just like 511s, but they're thicker, they're canvas. And so they have worn for a very long time. I've had them for damn near 10 years. I traded in a pair of 511. I had two pairs of them. One of them ripped. I ripped the crotch clear out of them. And the other pair is a pair of gray ones. The only difference between the ones that I have and the 511s is they don't have that right-hand side knife pocket. Chaps, all chaps are assless. I was just talking about you, Ashton. When are we gonna do the podcast? When are we gonna record that podcast, brother? Hell yeah, brother. When are we gonna do that? Because I'm going to Costco today, and then basically I'm free today and tomorrow. I'm gonna do some filming, but I'm pretty sure that I've done it before where I'll stop. I'll start recording something and I'll stop and I'll just make a mental note of where I stopped and then I'll pick back up. So, you know, it's up to you how we want to do it. We could make our first episode a quarantine chronicles, the COVID chronicles. I do want to get some stuff recorded. I do believe that I am going to have to make a trip to the shop to fix this one knife that's coming and the one knife that's here. We're going to hammer out some segments first. I want to have some talking points for sure. Yeah, see, Ashton, I just fly into shit blind. So Ashton will come up with all that, and I'm like, nope. I would much rather just do this off the cuff. I know he's gonna want me to, hey, look at these topics. No, I want you to surprise me. I want you to surprise me. It's a lot funnier that way. It's way funnier if I don't have time to think of things. Ask Nico, when my brain goes into autopilot. Nico, is it funnier when my brain goes into autopilot? It's gunmonkey1974@gmail.com. All one word. Gunmonkey1974@gmail.com. To quote that movie that I've come to love, Everybody Wants Some, the baseball movie that is working around that. He's one of the characters, Finn, who my buddy told me, you gotta watch this movie because this character Finn is fucking you. It's you. That's you. You're Finn. I don't care what you say. So they're like, he's telling him, oh, you think too much. You think too much. And the guy looks at Finn and he's like, just look at you. What are you talking about? He's like, I actually don't think at all. I talk a lot, but I don't think. He's just fucking, it's just the jazz improv. You're all invited. Welcome to the jazz improv. You're invited. Just stick around. That's the way, if I let my brain be like that, that's where some of the funniest stuff comes from. And I would point you to the live feed that I did from Vegas at USN while Nico was in the shower. I rewatched that because I had somebody tell me, I was like, dude, that is hilarious. Why don't you do that more often? And it was just simply me just bullshitting and picking on Nico, like talking about hey, Nico, I'm coming in while you're in the shower. I was like, you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. If I can where the towels hang, you just see his chin up over it. You wouldn't see anything. Towels would cover him. It was, a lot of people have told me that's one of the funnier live feeds. That wasn't 30 minutes, was it? I guess it was.
I couldn't run far.
Are you okay?
My stomach hurts.
You're sweating. Well, it's okay. If your stomach hurts, I don't want you to overdo it. Because you still have, are you doing a ballet lesson today?
No, today's Saturday.
Today's Friday. What,
Today's Zoom lesson at 4.
Zoom lesson at 4? What was that? Go see what that thump was. Go see what dummy did. What'd she knock over? Did she knock my CPAP over?
No, she hit her head on the tower. On the cat's tower.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she's like right next to the tower. Nothing else is loud. She's just an idiot.
Sorry. She's just an idiot. That's my daughter. She's just stupid.
I have Brandon at 3:30.
Okay. Well, I'm going to finish this live feed and I got to go to cost.
3:30 and 4:30?
Yeah.
That is not, no.
She does.
That is.
She has been doing so much like calisthenics and stuff. What are you looking for? Stop. Okay, just don't thump around because I don't want to have to fix that door too. There should be some in the china cabinet. Go get them. Yeah, I was gonna say it winds up being funny. Like if I'm just sitting back, like the best way for me to do it was like if we recorded, I just put on my headphones with the boom mic and I just lay down and just let whatever happens. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's what I figured.
There's only 4.
But I wasn't sure. I know, babe.
It's just gonna last me like 2 hours.
How about I be PDM? I'll even put the hat on. You won't see it, but I have to channel my poor decision mic. That means I got to put my cowboy hat on. No, that's a horrible idea.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up.
I'm talking to my friend. She's making fun of me for eating Pop-Tarts Poppy Toppies every day.
You actually need to be a little more selective of what you're eating. Pop-Tarts every day for an athlete for
Poppy
breakfast.
Toddies are
Probably
nice.
not the best thing. I know they're great. They're
so
like
healthy. They're the best thing for your diet. I think they are amazing.
PDM. Poor decision mic. My sister coined that. She watched that video. She goes,
Uh-oh, I spilled a little milk.
a lot?
No, just a little. Like 2 drops.
Oh, say because milk is like gold in this economy. I'm gonna go in search of toilet paper today. I think. No, I actually, you know what? There's been no beer in this house for the better part of a week. I don't have any whiskey. I don't have any beer. Better part of a week. So no, wrong. Yeah, poor decision Mike. But here's the thing: everybody thinks that's a funny segment. Poor decision Mike actually exists. He's in here. He does shit like that.
I thought it was when you were drunk.
No. Stop. We're not talking about that. I have had to change my content a lot. We don't talk about alcohol. We don't talk about a lot of stuff. We don't like talk about being. I don't drink on film because it's one. I was doing it too much and you were complaining. I was drinking way too much. Remember how much I was drinking before? And now I want that content to reflect. I want content to reflect how I actually am now. I don't drink near as much. We haven't had any beer or whiskey in the house for a little while. And it's just better all around. Trust me. Stay out of my live feed. You have your own YouTube channel. Start filming stuff there. You want to be in a video? Make your own. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't care if you're on a phone call. You have no expectations of private. Sorry, didn't mean to let my daughter's private interrupt our public. You want privacy?
No, it's because I don't like talking about that stuff when she can hear.
Why? I live my whole life on YouTube. She's like anyone can find all this stuff. It's not like there's any big secrets in our life. I have a YouTube channel. No, we don't. She's not watching the chat. She can't hear you guys. It's not like. Wouldn't that be weird? Can you imagine if live feeds were like FaceTime, where you'd have like all these little windows, and whoever was talking would come to the front?
That's like Zoom.
Oh my God, it would be horrible. He's been around for a while. Poor Decision Mike was around for a while. Poor Decision Mike is why I have a couple knives in my case that I can't sell now. And I'm gonna have to give away. Knives that I put money into that I'm like, fuck, I just can't keep looking at these things.
Oh wait, I should have gotten chocolate milk.
Drink your chocolate milk later.
I'm gonna drink both.
Okay. It's not actually chocolate milk. That actually is healthy. That's Carnation Instant Breakfast. It's not near as much sugar, and it's got a lot of the stuff you need. Okay, it's chocolate milk. Sometimes though, Poor Decision Mike, like, God, it sounds weird to talk about myself in third party, but Poor Decision Mike has a tendency to not want to film well. Like he's like, nah, man, fuck this. I ain't doing this. You ain't filming me. I don't want to see. I don't want you to see me. Poor Decision Mike is like the Hulk in was it Endgame or Infinity War, where he couldn't get the Hulk to come out? Like, no, that's poor. Sometimes Poor Decision Mike's like, no. But then sometimes he kicks the door open and makes me do stupid shit. He's like, I'm coming out. Here we go. Let's do something dumb. It just happens. It's an organic thing. Yes. I will tell you there's a third Mike. He doesn't show up anymore. We've kicked him. We put him in a cage, and that's Whiskey Mike, and Whiskey Mike gets me in trouble. Whiskey Mike does shit like, Whiskey Mike gets you woke up to questions like, do you piss on a floor mat in the bathroom? Yeah, probably. God damn Whiskey Mike, motherfucker. I hate when that guy shows up. So saying about my hair. You guys want to know why I wear a hat? It's not as much because I'm bald as most people would think. I am getting thin, way thin on top. It's just the fact that shit, my hair does not want to do anything that I want it to. So, at any rate, guys, that's gonna be the end of it. It's been 67 minutes. I have to get socks and shoes on and a mask. So, to sign this one off, since we put the Dead Men Tell No Tales as the opener, just remember, if you drink rum before noon, you're not an alcoholic. You're a fucking pirate. Arr! Later.